Hi, I know it's only the third week of school, but I need to be absent on Thursday. Thank you so much for substituting for me and covering my class. In our school, we follow a Journeys curriculum. We have Journeys books that outline what we're supposed to teach each week, and they break it down into target skills that we should teach. This week, we're teaching the children about the structure of stories, including characters, events, and settings. Although we've taught it to them many times, they need constant review, so every day of the week we repeat it. We also taught them the sight word the, and we also taught them the letter F. These need to be reviewed every day also. We also taught them what a noun was, and this week we specified that it covers animals and things. On Monday, I told the students that we'd be spending the week learning about pets. We discussed how a story works, and we reviewed what a character, setting, and events were. We asked the children to tell us their own experience with pets, whether it be their own or belonging to other people. We taught them the letter F, and we sang a song about it. We also made a list together of different words that begin with the letter F. We also introduced the sight word the. Most of the students couldn't read it, but by Wednesday they were already getting better. We read the story I Have a Pet, and we named all the animals that were on a cover. We also asked them some reading comprehension questions. I taught the students that a noun, which they knew was a person and thing, could also refer to an animal, and we listed different animals that a noun can be. On Tuesday, we reviewed the parts of a story. We also reviewed the letter F and the sight word the, and we reviewed the list of nouns that we made for animals and things. I introduced the concept of a puppy to the students. I taught them that a puppy was a baby dog. We then read the fictional story, Please Puppy Please. After reading the story, I asked them the story structure, including who the characters were, where it took place, and what the main events were. We then did an activity that outlined the story structure. On Wednesday, we reviewed the letter F and the sight word the yet again, and we reviewed the list of nouns for animals and things. We also reread the story Please Puppy Please. You will be receiving the students on Thursday. On Thursday, right after circle time, you should review the letter F and the sight word the, as well as the nouns for animals and things. There will be lists of words that you can review with them, where you can include the students' participation by asking them to say words that they know. You will then show them the second side of the big book. The students already are familiar with the way the big book works. On Tuesday, they read the first side of the big book, which is a fiction story. This week it was Please Puppy Please. On Thursday, they read the second side of the book, which is a nonfiction story. You can ask them what the genre was, and they can tell you it's an informational text. They may not be able to answer you, and you may need to say it. You can explain to them that this is a magazine article, and that it gives information about a topic. When you read different kinds of dogs, make sure to point out the diagram that's on page 38. The students won't know what a diagram is. You'll need to explain it to them multiple times. You can tell them that a diagram is a picture or drawing that shows something. You can show them that there are words that are pointing to different parts of the dog in the diagram. And you can show them how each word labels a different part of the dog. Then you can ask the students to make a text-to-self connection. Although they've already learned what a text-to-self connection is, you may need to remind them. You can tell them that a text-to-self connection is when they think about themselves connecting to something in the book. You can ask the students if they have a dog, or if they would like to have one, or if somebody they know has one. We could then do an activity with the students in order to reinforce what they learned about diagrams. You can give each student a picture of a dog with lines coming out from different parts. You can also give them sticker labels with names of different body parts on them. You could ask the students to place the stickers on the corresponding lines. They will be able to, for example, take the sticker that says hand and place it next to the dog's hand. That way, they will really know what a diagram is. In a few days, I'll review with them what a diagram is, and I'll teach them that diagrams will not only show pictures of dogs, but it will show pictures of other things too. Don't be nervous if they don't understand it on the first day. It's a hard concept for a 5-year-old. When I return to school on Friday, I will conduct group readings according to each student's level. Students who are on level will read My Cat together and answer comprehension questions, and I will assess them. Students who are below level will read the story called My Dog, which is level A. They will answer easier comprehension questions and easier questions about the story structure. Students who are above level will read the story Lola the Muddy Dog. That's at level D. They'll answer more difficult and challenging questions. One piece of advice: when you ask the students to make self-to-text connections, don't allow too much of a latency period for the students to answer. Otherwise, the class may get out of hand. I wish you the best of luck, and thank you so much for substituting for me this coming Thursday.